Good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is a special moment, special day, my last interview of the year. And before I start, I want to say thank you, Melanie, for taking your time. But
Pleasure.
before I introduce to Melanie, this podcast is sponsored by Bless Spinning Art. If you want a custom spin art, just write on the comments. And also, I launched my new merch. If you want a shirt, just hit on the comments and let me know. If you're not following me, please click the bell so you could get any updates on my sports news, interviews, and so on. So let's get started. I want to say thank you, Melanie, for today and taking your time just to give us a lot of information of what you do. So
Yep.
again, Melanie Dieppa. So just give us a little background on what you do.
Of course. So, like Luis said, Luis, by the way, thank you so much for the invitation. It's my pleasure giving out information, especially when it has to do with, health. Right now, it's not looking too good, and so anything that I can do to make the world a better place somehow, then that's what I love to do, and that's my passion. So, I appreciate you for the invite. And yeah, so I've known you for a minute, right? Years and years ago, way, way, way back. And But after I graduated high school, I met my son's father, which is a chiropractor, and I had no idea what true health was until I met him. So he truly is the blessing for me. And Yeah, he's a chiropractor, and I started working with him as his office manager. Basically, I own that office and learned about nutrition and chiropractic and what it is, uh, what pure health is, with no medications. Right? There are definitely emergency meds that need to be taken, but if you can live the purest and heal yourself, because the body is a self healing organism, then that's what I promote and that's what I do. All right. And nutrition is vital. It's vital right now. 1 in 3 people are obese in the US, which is very, very sad to say. But I'm helping with that. So I became that chiropractic assistant. And now I am a nutrition and weight loss coach, and helping a lot of. I have a lot of patients that lose weight the natural way. It's not counting calories. It's not prepackaged meals. It's a lifestyle change, basically. And so I teach them and guide them on how to eat healthy and lose weight organically, basically. So I practice what I preach, and I've been doing this for years and years and years and years. Now, fortunately, is the time, I guess, that people are more open to this and accepting that information. Now with like podcasts like yours and TikTok and everything, people do their research
Yeah.
on how to stay healthy, right? And so that's what I do. I have a 21-year-old baby boy. He's always going to be my baby, but he's also into living by example because of his dad and because of me, his mom. He is now studying to become a chiropractor as well, and he's going to implement this nutrition in his practice also. So yeah, I'm following through with that, and will continue to do so the rest of my life as God wills for me, right? So that's a little bit about me. I could keep on rambling and rambling, but I'm not going to do that. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, all right. Well, we skipped some things, but hey, bluebirds
Hey,
or
if I
whatever
skip
this
something,
is, this
if I
this
skip
is
something,
live between
interrupt.
us.
I know, interrupt me, and I'll go ahead and answer whatever questions
No,
you have.
it's okay. It's a lot of information
Yeah,
and it's awesome. It's awesome. But
yeah.
this is one of the things that I do in all my interviews, like break the ice questions. So
Sure.
just a little bit to know you more. But I'm just gonna do this out of my head because I didn't write the questions down. But
Right.
what's your favorite color?
I love nature colors. Anything green and ocean. We're from Puerto Rico, so I love the blue of our ocean, right? But nature colors, and recently I've been liking like that mustard yellow color. I know it's weird, but I like it.
All right. Favorite artist, male or
Hmm.
female?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I like a little bit of everything. Um, I can say I don't, I can't, I'm not going to mention specific names, but I will say that a true artist for me, singing wise, is one that stands on that stage and performs and doesn't lip sync and writes their own music, song writes, right? I think that's a true artist for me.
All right. Favorite movie?
I'm gonna say the first one that pops into my mind is Love Actually. If not Love Actually, Life is Beautiful. I love love and positivity, and those movies give me that for sure. I'm sure there's some other ones at the top of my head. I do like thrillers and scary movies, but let's stick to those two for now.
I don't like scary movies, but
Oh,
that's.
I do. I
I
love it.
gotta
I
watch
love it.
scary
Keep me
movies
on my
during the
toes.
day. During the day, I could watch scary movies, not at
Right,
night.
right, right.
Favorite food or dish?
So since we're talking about nutrition, I am not a dessert eater. If I do make desserts, I will like give you tips here and there on how to make healthy ones. But I love my Puerto Rican food, man. I love my Puerto Rican food. I do modify it a little bit based on how I eat now, but I
Yeah.
can't stay away from that arroz con gandules and especially in Christmas time. Sometimes
Yep.
some people don't like morcillas, but I do. That's kind of weird. Um, Pasteles, tostones, aguacate, all that goodness. You know what I mean.
All right, all right. It was just a few questions, so
Yeah.
let's get back at it. So, talk about a little bit more about nutrition.
Right. So people think that nutrition is let me see. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
I mean, what do you think nutrition is? When you think of nutrition, do you think of like nasty foods or tofu or anything like that?
No, like me, like I always go up and down. I like to eat, but I
Me too.
work
I'm a
out.
foodie.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
work. So I like working out, and
yeah.
I'm always outside my job in the sun doing hard labor. But when I hear the word nutrition and people hear it, like they say, strictly diet and whatever. I like to
Yes.
eat, but I eat the correct portion.
Okay.
And then I just modify things. No
So this,
soda, drink water.
yeah. So that's good. That's good. This is exactly why I asked you because some people think it's just they get scared, right? It's kind of
Yeah,
like, I gotta eat this crappy food. This is gonna taste nasty, and I have to control. Portions are important, but it's nothing that you should stress over. Definitely. But I mean, I'm a foodie. I eat a lot, but I eat the right things. Now, anything that turns into sugar is very, very bad for you. And you wouldn't think how many things when I sit down with my weight loss patients, I give them a list of approved and not approved foods, and they said, I didn't know that turned into sugar, like rice and pastas and breads. Those are all high in carbs, and those direct immediately, as soon as they touch your tongue, please, as soon as they touch your tongue, it's gonna start trying to process the super levels of sugar.
yeah,
So anything that is like rice and pastas and breads, especially in the US, are overly processed. So that's why we see more obesity here. So many chemicals in our foods. You don't see that in Europe. You really don't. Italy, they eat their breads and pastas, hardly see obesity over there. It's because it's highly processed. So there are some pastas that and rice that you can eat, but it's very, very hard to find here. But eating the right clean foods, less processed foods are the way to go. I say the closer to the or from the earth to your mouth that it goes, the cleaner it is. So the more organic the food, the better. They
yeah.
spray those foods with pesticides like nothing else. It's ridiculous. So if you're not gonna, buy organic, make sure that you clean that. And I have some tips for those non-organic foods as well. Um, but yeah, just because I'm the nutrition coach, I'm not saying don't eat. No, I need you guys to eat. You just need to eat the right thing, right?
Yeah.
So there are even certain fruits that you wouldn't think that are super high in sugar, like the pineapples. Delicious, but I try and stay away from that, especially for patients that really want to start losing weight immediately in the beginning, faster. I eliminate some pineapples. The rice, I eliminate the rice. I eliminate the breads. Like I keep on repeating myself with that, but it's like very, very important. Um, any sugars, like I don't eat sugars unless it's the natural sugars that come from the fruit, or I use the xylitol, erythritol, or stevia. I replace my sugars with that so I can make my desserts. Like, I can't eat desserts. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Just use the right ingredients, and you'll have
Yeah.
your delicious dessert, right? So I will share with you, and maybe later on in the future, if you invite me again as a guest, we'll talk about specific recipes that I would recommend
Yes. Yes.
in
Yes.
terms of
Yes.
nutrition. But it's not eating. No, I eat and I eat a lot. I just eat the right things.
Yeah.
Um, and that's specifically about the nutrition portion of it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, going that way, nutrition and weight loss and all that, can you talk about a little more, elaborate more about weight loss? What do you do with your clients? Like
Right.
some
With
tips and all that.
Yeah, so I do sit down with them because everybody has their different goals, right? I do specific consult with every person. I design the program based on your specific goal. And so yeah, like I previously said, I just sit down with them and say, hey, we're going to eliminate these foods and replace them with this food. And we fast in the morning, so we don't eat breakfast. I don't eat breakfast at
I
all.
don't eat breakfast.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Because you are
No,
no,
you're good.
okay. Well, live, huh? Probably. Anyway, sorry. So where was I? So I designed the program based on what their goals are, and I eliminate certain foods. I do recommend some peptide drops, which are organic and hormone free, just to boost that metabolism. But you don't really need that. That's just my specific clients that want to lose a lot of weight, right? So I do recommend some appetite suppressant and whatnot. But yeah, fasting in the mornings. Don't eat 2 hours before going to bed because why? While you're sleeping, you actually are healing. You need to rest. If you don't get your sleep and you don't heal at night, that's when your insulin doesn't work properly. When insulin, for those of you that don't know, is the hormone that produces the cells in the pancreas. And when you eat, you digest, your digestive system breaks that and the sugars down. If it's not working properly, guess what? It just grabs everything that you eat and maintains it as fat and doesn't distribute the insulin and the sugars where they're supposed to go. So it's no, it's negative, very bad. Um, so you rest. I fast in the morning because I'm still going through a ketosis phase. And then start eating at 11 or 12. Everybody's different. Everybody's schedule is different. But
That's
as long
that.
as,
That's the time that I eat. That's the
yeah,
time that I
so
eat at
the
my
most
job.
important, yeah,
I
that's
work in at
perfect.
6 in the morning. I work at
Yeah,
6 in the morning, so I'm already working in the fields and whatever. Then we
yeah.
take our lunch break at 11 or 12.
So you're
That's
doing
when
it
I have my
right.
first.
So you're doing it right. And I'm not saying that you can't eat breakfast forever. I mean, yeah, eat breakfast, but eat the right thing, right? Like everything else. And what else? And the important thing is not eating 2 hours before going to bed. You got to heal. I had mentioned that earlier. You got to heal during the night, wake up, fast in the morning, eat lunch, etc., etc. Um, exercise. If you do, I exercise every single day. Every morning I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I do my exercises. I post some of them. I haven't posted in a week. I am so behind. But
Yeah,
I
I haven't
I
seen no more
know,
videos.
I
I
know.
haven't seen no more
I got
videos.
I got a new job in chiropractic as a chiropractic assistant somewhere else, implementing this program with them. Now it's a bigger office and more opportunities. So I transferred to another office, and this was my first week, and I'm just like all over the place. But
It's just a lot. It's just a lot because I have two jobs, then my
yeah,
podcast, my painting, and it's just taking
yeah.
time to do a lot.
And so
But I got it.
it's not that I try and post little things here and there, but promise I'll continue posting during the week. So you guys follow me. I know that Grace, you're gonna share
Follow her. Follow her.
my you're gonna share my Instagram and my TikTok and my Facebook. But I do exercise every single day. Now, I do recommend my weight loss patients not to exercise. Actually, you want to know why?
Tell us,
It
tell us.
sounds weird, but I tell them because when I tell them no, I can't have you exercising at the beginning at least. Exercise is important for you. It is for your heart and everything. But for them, I tell them not to. Why? Because there is this stress hormone called cortisol, right? And if your heart rate level goes up a certain, depending on your age and your weight, the active weight, you go over a certain heart rate level and it starts producing that stress hormone cortisol. And if it starts producing that cortisol, then it won't let insulin do its job. Like I said earlier, then insulin's going to start storing everything as fat and will distribute it, and your metabolism slows down. So that's why I say no exercise at the beginning. If you're going to exercise, it's going to be low intensity exercises like yoga, swimming, Pilates. I do post on my TikToks, in my Instagram, some low intensity workouts for those of you that want to lose weight faster, and for my weight loss patients, there are some techniques there as well. So yeah, I don't recommend exercise then, but definitely for everybody else, exercise is very, very important for your whole well-being and your heart, for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Partially some information.
Like I told you this is open mic because I
Yeah,
had some
yeah.
questions and I'm just crossing out the ones that I was gonna ask, but you
And
talked
I
about
and
it.
I beat you to it.
You talked about insulin. Like so, I try. Like I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to not eat past a certain time because it's late.
Yeah.
And then I have to go to bed. I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So I try not to eat like people that go in, let's say like me, 6 in the morning. Like what tips? Like at what time should I eat dinner or not eat? Like
Okay, so it all depends on when you go to bed. Now, you have to sleep as well. Sleep is so important. If you don't sleep more than 7 hours, then it's lack of sleep, and it's gonna
it's
affect
hard.
your.
It's hard because I have two jobs,
Of
and then I
course.
get out at 9 p.m. By the time I get home, I work at a pizza place, my second job as a part time, and
Yeah.
then I get home. By the time I get home, if I didn't eat at the pizza place, then I'm hungry, and then I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So I don't have 7 hours. So it's hard.
We gotta. It's hard, but it's not impossible.
I know.
There's some ways to work around
That's
it.
another interview. That's another interview.
That is another interview. I told you there will be plenty of subjects to go over, and
Yeah.
this is just a summary of what true health and nutrition and weight loss is. I have patients that do have, man, their schedules are like yours. They're just like crazy, and they like, I can't get more than 4 hours or this and that. But guess what? If you have a goal and there is a priority and it is your health, you put that, priority first, and you make it happen no matter what, right?
Yeah.
There's also another maybe podcast or show that I can talk about positivity and mindset, because I truly do live my life that way, and I never say it's impossible. I never say that. Any challenges, I say bring it. Let's do it. Let's work around it. So never say no, never say you can't. Also, I like to blurt out there, the easiest thing to do is not doing anything at all. So taking that first step will get you closer to your goal. And I am that life coach, man. I really am. They start my program, and besides me guiding them to losing the weight, I'm basically, I don't quote me on this. I don't have a degree, but I can probably be a psychologist as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm there sitting with them. I'm their cheerleader and accountability partner, right? Because I've been doing this forever, and I know what it takes, and the struggles. I've been through the struggles also. It's not easy, but I can say that it's not impossible. It's just doing it. It's just doing it.
Yeah. Sometimes when I work, because I only work 3 days at the pizza place. Sometimes I take my own food, and I try to eat it. Eat it before 8 p.m.
There you
That
go.
way, when I get home, then when I get hungry, I try to drink water.
There you go.
So,
And
but
hydrate. Your water. Water is so important. It is so important. No sodas. Sodas are a killer. Are a killer. It's in diets, anything is worse than regular, believe it or not. There's that thing called aspartame that they add to everything and high fructose corn syrup that'll kill you. But they won't tell you that out there. That's what I'm here for.
They just want you to consume it, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a sick care system that we have going on here in the US, unfortunately. If I keep you sick, then I'm gonna make more money out of you. That's their mission, right? I'm here to break that. Like it or not. Like it or not, I'm here to break that cycle. And no, I mean, you have a family, right? You want to live the longest you can and have and be active and I mean, it's a lot, but not impossible, like I said.
All right, we're almost done, but what else? Like what more information? Because I have a list, but then I'm like, no, this is for another podcast. This one's for a different podcast. So what else can you tell us, or
About it.
what advice, or what else you have more for this interview for the
Yeah.
viewers and everybody watching?
Well, I mean, like I said, I do talk a lot, and that's probably why you're crossing out the questions that you had because
Yeah,
I
it's
love
okay.
doing it. It's what I do. I mean, it's not only here with you. When I'm at work or not even at work, out on the street, if I see somebody or I hear somebody complaining about something, I'm there. I'm passionate about what I do. If anybody, any listeners, your listeners, like I said, when you share my information, message me. I'm here to help you. I can help you. I can and I will. It's 100 with me, 100% success rate. It's 100% success rate because if you follow what I say and commit to it, there is no question that you will lose the weight. And guess what? You'll keep it off if you continue with that lifestyle change. It's not a quick fix. Quick fix quick fixes are Ozempic. Quick fix is like surgery, liposuction. That's quick fix. That's a cheat to
Yeah,
yourself and to your health, and to everybody around you. Do it the right way. Be patient about it, but do it the right way. You'll never regret it. And encourage others around you, to us. I highly recommend doing this with like a partner, right? Because doing it alone, and if your better half or your other half at home is not doing it with you, it'll make it more, not impossible, but more difficult for you. So and encourage those that you love to do it with you. If not, just do it yourself. And I'm here. That's what I'm here for. Accountability partner and
yep.
cheerleader, all the way. But yeah, just DM me, message me any information that you need. That first consult I do for free. First consultation, I just sit down and do it for free. After that, I'll prepare something for you to go ahead and help you on your mission and your health and weight loss goals.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I always finish off with like what motivation, like for kids growing up. Like there's people like you said, your son is going to
Yeah,
study. Like what you're
chiropractic.
doing or
Yeah.
your husband is doing.
Yeah, his father, it's my ex-husband, but his father is also he's a chiropractor. So I
Okay,
opened
yeah.
an office with him 20 years ago. So I've been doing this for 20 years, imagine. And so yeah, my son is studying chiropractic, but I'm sorry I interrupted. You were saying what
Like
positive.
what positive message you have for anybody that wants to do what you're doing, like in that area? Like what do you have for them so that to motivate them to do it, like what you're doing?
Yeah. The it's my motivation is that I care. I give a crap. And I wanna tell people that if you do care, then go on that mission and just open. Nothing's impossible, like I said earlier. Just be positive about it. Don't say no. If there's you know, something that you didn't want, you didn't get, guess what I say? I said good. I say good. You know why I say good? Because that wasn't meant for me. Let's go for the other one. Nothing's impossible and
Yeah,
nothing will ever stop me. So that mindset I encourage for everybody. You can do it. You can do it. And like I said before, Easiest thing to do is not doing anything at all. Why would you want to do nothing, right? And my son saw me as an example. I struggled for a little bit back in the day, and he saw my changes and my mindset and everything, and that encouraged him even more. And Even though he studied chiropractic, he's 20. I mean, he's alone in college, so sometimes he sends me like this picture just to mess with me, picture of a pizza, this and that, kidding around, messing with me, but he knows that he has the mom that encourages him, and somebody that loves him that encourages him as an example. And so he's been changing that mindset as well. So if you have kids, you're their they look up, you have two, you have they look up to you. Whatever you do, dad or mom, whoever's watching, they will mimic and they will follow your footsteps. You
Yep.
only want the best for them, so why not give them the example, right? And being positive, not saying stuff doesn't happen every day and the stress is there every single day, especially now, right? But it's up to you to just say, nah, this is not going to affect me. I have control of my future. I have control of my, of what happens with my kids and what they see. So that positivity, you know, ¿cómo se dice? I'm thinking in Spanish, pero lo que tú proyectas, what you project is what people see,
Yeah.
and you inspire people that way. You inspire people that way, and they're like, I want what she's doing. You know what I mean? I want that mindset. People that ask me questions, I love when people stop me and ask me questions. I love it. That means I'm doing something right. So I encourage everybody to do that. Question. Don't just say yes to everything, right?
Yep.
I mean, those are when I'm talking about, like, when you go to medical doctors and they say you have to take this, ask why. Ask why. Even nutritionists, you go to nutritionists, they tell you drink diet sodas. Really? No. Ask why. Ask for the ingredients. Ask if they know about this and that. Ask. I encourage you to ask. So be positive. That's what I'm saying. Be positive. Ask. Do your research. Ask me. I love questions. I love questions.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, thank you again. Thank you, Melanie. Definitely, we're gonna have more than 3 or 4 interviews again because
I'm
there's a
excited
lot.
about that. I'm
There's
excited about that.
It's a lot. Again, tell our viewers where they can find you if they want to ask questions.
Yes. Yeah. So on Instagram, you can find me at Lifestyle Change with Mel, just like that. Lifestyle Change with Mel. I also have another. This is my main health and weight loss page, but I also have Mela Diep, Meladiep. I think it's 1981. Oh my God, I should know my own Instagram, but
Don't
that's the other
worry,
one. But
I'll
you'll
put it
put it
down
out.
after the interview. I'll get all the information and I'll
Awesome.
edit. I'll put it on, and everybody could give you
See
questions and all
everything. I
that.
love
Look
it.
you up.
Yeah, I love all that, and it's not more for me. I am not kidding, and I don't lie when I say I really want everybody around to be the healthiest version of them as possible, and I'm just here to guide you, really. And it is possible. Also, I'm on Facebook. You can just find me at Melanie Dieppa. Find me there. Again, Luis, you're gonna tag all of that. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Reach out. I'm 100% here for you.
That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Everybody watching, Melanie Dieppa, thank you so much for
Thank
today.
you.
Hopefully, 2025, we have more interviews, more information, and we take it from there. Again, gracias un millón. It's
Aquí
been an
bendiciones.
honor. And my last interview of the year, thanks to Melanie. She didn't
Yeah,
back
let's go
down.
2025, man.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to
Thank
everyone.
you for taking the time. And that's a wrap. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you,
Bye.
Luis. Bye.
Bye.